Take any bilateral talks in recent months. Chances are you will find two words there: rare earths. By the way, they're not rare and they're not new, but they are defining geopolitics in the 21st century. It seems like every deal these days is about rare earths. Ukraine is promising their reserves to the US, Pakistan is promising theirs, and the latest is Australia. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is in Washington. He signed a rare earths deal with Donald Trump. Both countries will invest $8.5 billion in total, out of which $1 billion will be invested within 6 months. The plan is to identify, mine, and process rare earths. As always, Trump is overselling it. He says this deal could drop rare earth prices to $2.
Work together very much on rare earths, critical minerals, and lots of other things. And we've had a very good relationship. We've been working on that for quite a while. In about a year from now, we'll have so much critical mineral and rare earths that you won't know what to do with them. They'll be worth about $2.
Let me put that in context. Common rare earths trade at around $70. Trump says they'll be down to $2. For starters, how likely is that? And secondly, what explains this rush for rare earths? Well, first, some basics. Rare earths are a category of minerals. There are 17 of them, 17 minerals, all found in the Earth's crust. Again, don't go by the name. Like I said, these are not rare at all. There are 110 million tons of rare earths. China has 44 million tons. Brazil has 21 million. India has 6.9 million tons, and Australia has 5.7 million. The US is 7th on the list. They have 1.9 million tons of rare earths. In today's world, you cannot survive without them. Rare earths go into fighter jets, they go into mobile phones, they go into semiconductors and electronics. Many experts have called them the new oil. But why the rush? If there is so much of rare earths, why worry? Because the problem is not availability, the problem is extraction. China controls 70% of rare earth mining. They also make up 90% of the processing. It's almost like a monopoly. Beijing has the technology and the experience to extract rare earths. If they want to, they can choke the world. And we saw that earlier this year. When Trump imposed tariffs, China curbed rare earths. Soon, US companies began complaining, and this forced Trump to de-escalate. He paused the tariffs and he began talking to China. So as things stand, China has a chokehold on rare earths, and Trump is trying to break it. Despite what he says, it won't be easy. Experts say China's dominance will last a decade or more, plus it will be expensive to break it. Because these rare earths are not needed in big quantities. All you need is a small amount of it. So companies may not find it lucrative to set up new supply chains. It would be cheaper to keep buying from China. And that's what Beijing is counting on.
The formation of global production and supply chains is the result of market and enterprise choices. Key mineral resource countries should play an active role in safeguarding the security and stability of industrial and supply chains, ensuring normal economic and trade cooperation.
Market forces will favor China, but this is not just about the laws of economics. This is also about strategy. The US does not want to depend on China, certainly not for fighter jets or electric vehicles. As an idea, it is important. India, too, is dependent on China for rare earths. Almost 65% of our rare earths come from China, this despite India having 6.9 million tons of it. So New Delhi is also worried. Recently, the government announced two moves. One is to ramp up rare earth production. Some $800 million is being set aside for this. And two, a mineral stockpile is being set up. The idea is to have a backup if China chokes the supply. But again, the problem is the same. We need to invest time and money into this campaign, maybe even endure some pain, because China will not allow its monopoly to end. They will fight back. For starters, they can flood markets with cheap rare earths. This would discourage private players from coming in. Or they could curb sales to certain countries, basically force them to abandon their diversification plans. Now, none of this means that China should not be challenged. In fact, it's more reason to do so. It should be challenged. But our expectations should be limited. China's dominance was meticulously built over 3 decades. It is naive to assume that it can be ended in a few years.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all 3 just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.